Tuesday is FBI night.
Let's get these dirtbags before they cover their tracks.
FBI Most Wanted fall finale, CBS next Tuesday and streaming on Paramount+.
We have a winter storm warning in effect for the Marquette area for Wednesday into Wednesday night. Snow and some blowing snow as well. Of all the details tonight at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we'll have the latest on the person suspected of killing the healthcare CEO. He's currently fighting against being extradited to New York to face the murder charge. Plus, United States senators are introducing legislation that would impose term limits on those serving on the Supreme Court. At the same time, Michigan lawmakers are looking to pass as many bills as they can during this lame duck session. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Looking at snow, and it'll be steady at times, especially during the afternoon. Winds will pick up as well, so we'll get some blowing snow. Snow could accumulate 2 to 4 inches in the Marquette area. That's why we have that winter storm warning for really from Marquette all the way toward the shores of Lake Superior. Again, 2 to 4 in Marquette just for tomorrow. Higher amounts in the snow belts off toward the west. We'll have more details on the rest of the forecast later in the show. Kevin?
Thank you, Tom. The Dickinson County Sheriff's Office is investigating a possible drowning. Deputies were called to the Menominee River near the Twin Falls Hydroelectric Dam, where they found an unresponsive woman in the water. The unnamed 38-year-old, a resident of Iron Mountain, was pronounced dead at the scene. The death is currently under investigation. A former prep school valedictorian is sitting in a prison cell in central Pennsylvania after being denied bail. Luigi Mangione is fighting extradition to New York on murder charges for the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Lilia Luciano reports from the correctional facility in Huntington, Pennsylvania.
It's completely out of touch, and it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
Luigi Mangione shouted and struggled with police as he arrived for his extradition hearing in Altoona, Pennsylvania today. Inside the courtroom, Mangione was calm but defiant, sitting at the defense table, quietly mouthing words and mumbling. Police say it appears Mangione went to Pittsburgh and then Altoona after leaving New York, and that he was dodging surveillance using a signal-blocking bag.
You can put your phone in there so we can't track your phone. It doesn't transmit a signal. It blocks the signal. In essence, it's like if you wrapped your phone in aluminum foil and put it in a bag.
The 26-year-old Ivy League grad was arrested yesterday morning after he was spotted eating hash browns at a McDonald's. Police say he started shaking when they were questioning him.
What did they ask him?
They asked him if he had been to New York recently.
And he responded nervously.
He was very nervous.
In addition to finding a 3D printed gun and a silencer similar to the one used in the murder, police say he also had a handwritten 3-page document reading in part, "These parasites simply had it coming," which sources tell CBS News may be an attempt to justify his actions. Altoona police said they've received death threats from people calling Mangione a hero. And NYPD officials say they're concerned that Mangione's actions could inspire wider violence.
There are also posters that we've seen online and in New York with various CEOs' pictures on them. These are perceived threats, and it is important for everybody to know that we will take these threats very seriously.
Mangione hadn't posted on X since June, but he often wrote on social media about a back injury and posted this photo. RJ Martin was a close friend of his in Hawaii.
The only times I noticed when he wasn't being social, I think, was when he was in severe pain. There were times where he would kind of hide out.
So you're saying he was suffering in silence of extreme pain?
That's my understanding.
I notice you're getting emotional. What makes you feel this way?
I just feel heartbroken. Somebody that I loved and cared about, that could have done something so hideous.
Mangione's attorney is fighting the extradition, saying that the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania did not provide the exact or the proper charges that he's facing in New York or the proper paperwork to even begin the extradition. But today, the district attorney of Manhattan and the governor of New York both said that they are doing all they can because they want him extradited as soon as possible.
A pair of U.S. senators introduced legislation that calls for term limits for Supreme Court justices. Currently, justices have life tenure on the bench. Some senators argue term limits will help restore trust in our highest court. The legislation proposes a constitutional amendment which would make justices have non-renewable 18-year term limits. The president would appoint a new justice every 2 years, regardless of when a current justice leaves the bench. If enacted, this would only apply to the new justices, not the ones currently serving their life terms now. Senator Joe Manchin, one of the bill's sponsors, believes this is the type of change that would restore confidence in the court, eliminate political gamemanship from the nomination process, and reinforce judicial independence. Michigan Senator Gary Peters tells us he hasn't looked at the proposal itself. Here's what other members have to say on it.
What do you think about just term limits in general for Supreme Court justices?
I don't know. I haven't. I'll have to give that some more thought.
And I just think as the time changes, you know, when you have someone's there 30, 20, 30, 40 years, times change. 18 years is a nice term.
The main thing that has to happen in the Supreme Court is major league ethics reform. That has to happen. And it has to be a code of conduct for Supreme Court justices, just like every other judge has, and it has to be enforceable.
Surveys show that public trust in the court is at some of its lowest. There have been other recent efforts by members and outside groups to change up the court, either by adding more justices or more congressional oversight for the court. Lawmakers in Lansing are working through a packed agenda in the House of Representatives with over 30 bills that saw votes today. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has some highlights from the House as they kicked off the last scheduled week of lame duck sessions.
Lawmakers returned from their Thanksgiving breaks with a week of light schedules, taking just a handful of votes each day. To kick off their second week back, the representatives scheduled 37 different votes, staying in the House past 9 p.m. to get them done.
I've heard there's 150 to 170 bills on the docket that's coming up.
The question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. The clerk will open the board.
The first vote for the day was split down party lines, a group of bills that will increase the weekly amount you can receive on unemployment and the amount of time you can be on it. The legislation already passed in Michigan Senate and is now just waiting on a signature from the governor.
It's not right that hardworking folks who lose their jobs through no fault of their own are left to struggle.
The chamber passed a set of bills with broad bipartisan support. Introduced in response to the shooting at Oxford High School, the bills require school districts to work with Michigan State Police to coordinate an emergency response plan and committee.
We must show the people of Michigan we as lawmakers can come together and produce solutions that address real need in the state. And from where I stand, these bills are long overdue.
The lawmakers also passed bills to create resources to help low-income families manage energy expenses, lower the threshold for lead exposure in children, and incentivize Michigan's film industry. With even more left to address, the lawmakers expect just as packed of a schedule for the rest of the week.
I have no idea how long we're going to be here tonight, tomorrow. It's lame duck.
From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Activists also had a busy day at the Capitol with groups from across the state urging lawmakers to address different sets of legislation. Over 100 restaurant and service workers returned to the Capitol for the second time this fall. Bills still stuck in the committee would change Michigan's minimum wage laws. If the bills don't pass before the legislature adjourns, tipped wages will begin to be phased out, a change the group Save My Tips believes would devastate Michigan's restaurant industry.
When I go to work, I don't see myself as a waiter or a server. I'm a businesswoman. I made an agreement with my restaurant to make a certain wage, and then I can make as much money as I would like. You know, I'm not a minimum person. I don't give minimum service.
There's more from today's busy day at the Capitol on our website and mobile news app. Marquette County Outdoors and ATV clubs are helping the Sheriff's Department get some new equipment. The department now has a new attachment for its UTV with equipment for medical care and extraction. $4,000 of the $4,200 required for the purchase was provided by a coalition of clubs from the Marquette area. Marquette County Sheriff Greg Zybert says contributions like this affect the whole community.
Out there in the woods, be it snowshoeing or snowmobiling or whatever the activity, you never plan on something bad happening. So it's important for us to be able to respond and have the equipment necessary to help these people.
I'm good.
While this new equipment will offer more support, the Marquette County Sheriff's Office urges everyone to enjoy the outdoors safely. Tom DeVecchio has your first warning weather forecast when we come back, and Western UP students explore CTE and STEM fields at the Copper Trails Festival in Houghton. And we head to the Island Resort and Casino in Harris, where they're holding their annual cooking show. We'll show you what delectable treats were on display after this.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Come see for yourself what people are raving about at Chicago Beefs in the Masonic Square Mall. We pick up fresh beef and delicious gravy in Chicago weekly to bring you that amazing, authentic flavor. Dine in with plenty of seating or enjoy delivery through DoorDash and Uber Eats. Plus, you can order takeout online at www.chicagobeef.us or call us at 1-833-YUM-BEEF. Open until 3 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Chicago Beefs in downtown Marquette.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
The kids, they got Santa. My goal, gifts for adults. I give holiday instant games from the Michigan Lottery. No one regifts these babies. This year, gift something wonderful. Give them holiday instants from the Michigan Lottery.
Houghton's the spot where we get all 4 seasons, the snow, the shine, everything in between. So the shoes are everything. You know, what you have is gonna help you perform better, perform longer, stay injury-free longer. Whether you're a runner, walker, or you're just looking for a shoe to get yourself through the day, we'll take an extensive approach to finding the shoe that's right for you. Whatever surface that you're gonna be on, we've got you covered.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
As you mentioned earlier in the show, winter storm warning in effect, where you see this pinkish color here, from just around the areas near Munising out toward Marquette into Houghton and Iron River there, and the Iron Mountain region. Temperatures will be on the cold side, and this winter storm warning in effect from officially 7 o'clock Wednesday morning until just after midnight on Thursday. And we're looking at some fairly decent snow amounts here that will develop later on tonight. Snow on Wednesday. The wind not bad in the morning, but watch for those icy roads, of course, with the wind. And then the winds pick up in the afternoon and evening, allowing for some blowing snow as well. Then bitter cold comes in for Thursday and Friday, our first real bitter cold hit. So bundle up the kids, make sure they got the snow boots on, as we do expect some snow to continue. The wind will pick up as well as we head on into the afternoon, and hat, coat, and gloves, the whole 9 yards. So the winds do pick up. The blues turn into reds here, and that's some pretty good wind, especially toward the evening. With the convergence of this north and northwest wind, typically northwest winds don't hit Marquette very hard, but you get this convergence right here. That's going to add to the lift. And we'll keep that thread of those snow bands with upper wave going through, and the snow bands, they may stay north of Marquette, but I'm not going to bet all the money on that. I think we'll still see some pretty decent snow amounts. Models tend to, I think, be a little optimistic here for Marquette by the end of the day Wednesday. I'm thinking more 2 to 4. More of what Lance is expected to get for tomorrow. Higher amounts again along the traditional areas that get hit with those heavier snows. Storm totals by Thursday morning may get close to 10 inches here along the western shores of Lake Superior. Munising, you can see, could get over a foot. Marquette, again, I think that's low. I think you'll get a little bit more than what the models are saying. Probably more like what Lance is expected to get. In the meantime, temperatures for tonight dropping into the lower 20s. They'll stay in the 20s tomorrow. Ironwood probably not getting out of the teens here with that cold northwest wind and those snow bands that will be around. So be careful on the roadways. Watch for lower visibilities, particularly in the afternoon, and some blowing snow as well. So again, these are the snow amounts once again. And the rest of the 7-day outlook, we're looking at frigid air for Thursday into Friday. Thursday may not get above 10 degrees. We'll have some limited lake effect snow, but the air is very dry and stable here. Look at the turn of events here. Mid-30s, that snow starts to melt, gets slushy, and will stay in the mid-30s for Monday and into the day on Tuesday.
Thank you, Tom. Today, Michigan Tech's Mind Trekkers hosted a science and engineering expo for 6th and 7th graders from across the western UP. Our John Truitt was there to speak to some of the educators.
As part of the One UP Copper Trails Festival, the event gathers experts from the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, who perform small experiments to illustrate the many opportunities available in CTE and STEM programs. From playing a piano made of bananas to the effects of liquid nitrogen, each station offered hands-on exploration of STEM subjects and their related career fields. More than 500 students from the western UP gathered on Tech's campus to explore various scientific disciplines and the associated careers.
So the whole idea is that we're showing students different career pathways and things that they might one day be interested in doing.
Students today learn by doing, and that's in abundance here.
The students are seeing things, and that's what they want to be doing. And so students are really drawn to these types of events and activities where they can explore with their hands and find things that really spark their interest and their curiosity.
The festival was staffed by Michigan Tech students who act as mentors to these budding scientists. For graduate student Maya Newkirk, it's her way of giving back.
And they really prioritize outreach and stuff like that. So it's been a ton of fun to be here with Mind Trekkers and show kids science and get them interested as well.
Some of these students may go on into the trades, they may go on into college, but the goal today is just to get them excited about something, get them excited about some STEM or career pathway that they possibly see for the first time today.
In Houghton, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Tonight, the Island Resort and Casino and Escanaba's Daily Press put a Christmas twist on their annual cooking show. Our Lily Simmons has the story.
Chefs, bakers, and foodies filled the Island Convention Center for a special holiday edition of the Taste of the Island cooking show.
We have such a great show tonight. We have Executive Chef Christina Pomeroy, Executive Chef Willie Carden, showing some side dishes that we put a lot of time into, but these are special dishes that everybody seems to have during the holidays that they make.
Attendees enjoyed those dishes at the buffet while the chefs discussed the recipes, and another showcased the best ways to deck those holiday treats.
Nicole Mercier is here. She worked for Gordon Ramsay. She was on the Food Network, and she works at Elmer's right now, so she's going to do some cookie decorating demonstrations.
Between presentations, guests indulged in the Sakeley's chocolate fountain, won door prizes, entered a raffle to support the Salvation Army, and purchased goods from local vendors.
This was the first time for me, so it gets my name out, gets other people that haven't seen me before. I just like to give back to the community. It's for a good cause, and it's Christmas.
And some even got to tell the crowd about their favorite dishes.
It's a big hit in my family, and it's always asked for.
It's all about sharing today. I'm going to go out and talk to a lot of our guests and find out their recipes, and hopefully we can share some great recipes for the holiday season.
Organizers say the Taste of the Island Holiday Edition was a perfect way to inspire guests preparing to make their Christmas meals.
We're in the midst of the shopping season, so I think it's a nice little break for everybody just to sit down and focus on themselves.
It brings everybody together, which is so important over the holidays. I met such wonderful people and wonderful vendors, and it gives an early start to the holiday season.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Harris.
Mike Ludlam has your look at sports after the break, including the Negaunee Miners taking on the Marquette Sentinels and some girls basketball action. We're back in 2 minutes.
Fox Friends and Family pricing for everyone. Lease a 2025 Chevy Equinox LT all-wheel drive for $399 a month for 36 months with $1,000 due at signing. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Watson, my pipe.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is all new.
Well, it worked in rehearsal.
CBS tonight.
There are a lot of things out there going viral. But this fall and winter, you can help keep your immune system from going viral and help protect it from the flu virus and the COVID-19 virus by getting your vaccinations. You can get both vaccines at the same time. The world has enough going viral these days. Talk to your healthcare provider.
This is our fourth vehicle that we've had done. The quality work, the long-lasting finish on it, it's good on resale, and we've had no rust problems to speak of, and no problems with anything that we've had done at Auto Army. My neighbor and other friends that have had it done just said that you won't be disappointed at all. Fine work, good work, lasts a long time, and Artie just supports and backs up his product.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. See the greatest names and the greatest games in all sports. Sports fans love it, and you will too. That's The Shortlist, only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
Friends and family pricing for everyone. Lease a 2025 Silverado 1500 Custom Crew Cab 4-wheel drive for $489 a month for 36 months with $1,500 due at signing. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Good evening, everyone. Week 2 of the girls' high school basketball season brings us a rather busy schedule for Tuesday. Let's start with Marquette at Negaunee. And we'll start right off the top in the first quarter. Gretel Johnson for Negaunee, Madison Peckrell to Aubrey Johnson. Crossover drill. She goes to the hoop off the window, and the Miners have a 2-0 lead. Next, Negaunee possession. Aubrey Johnson, Gretel Johnson, Madison Peckrell. Baseline jumper, sure. 4-0 Negaunee. Then Marquette will be on a break. Alexis Curran, a nice bounce pass to Claire Mascart for the layup. Sentinels down 4-2, and there was a quick timeout. Then Marquette will break the press off the inbound. Addison Kramer to Alexis Curran. Brianda Anderson to Claire Mascart for the layup. Negaunee led 6-5 after 8 minutes. To the second, Gretel Johnson. Kira Waterman drives through the lane, uses the window, and that one is good. 11-5, Maize and Blue. Another inbound sequence. Apparently my night for those. Claire Johnson will hit the shot here, and it's 13-6, Maize and Blue. Marquette, another inbound. Aubrey Blackburn to Addison Kramer for 2. Negaunee led 17-12 at the half. Not much difference in the second half. Negaunee goes on to win this one 35-22. Top in the car to go to Gwynn, where the Model Towners were entertaining the Houghton Gremlins. Third quarter action here. Off the miss, it will be Ava Gerard here for the putback. She ended up with 25 points and 9 rebounds. Gremlins up by double digits. Gwynn will lose control of the basketball. Ellie Hainault with the steal. She will drive and miss. Gerard will get the rebound. Not quite. Hainault, rebound, and the putback. 42-13, Houghton. Gwynn gets on the board. Elena Sawyering finds Michaela Dumont. Turns and scores with the foul, but it's still a 20-plus point lead for the Gremlins. Then Tessa Rowdy-Ola will get a chance for 3 and buries that one from downtown. On the next Gwynn possession, Mia Schieffel will get a driving layup, but Houghton cruises to the easy road victory by the score of 76-28. All right, on the scoreboard, Gladstone easily over Kingsford 57-15, North Dickinson 46, Norway 32. Menominee an 11-point winner at Barker-Harris 53-42. Adria Rulo had 21 for Stevenson, defeating North Central 61-39. Ewan Trout Creek 61, Forest Park 32. Ironwood no trouble with Bessemer 56-13. It was Lakeland and Hubble over Wakefield Marinisco 69-53. Calumet 20 better than Hancock 44-24. Baraga, no trouble with Chassell, 60-13. Lot 74, Jeffers 42. In the Battle of Black Bears, it was Big Bay to knock over Maplewood Baptist, 53-24. Did not hear from Manistee and Engadine. Northern Michigan Christian over Rudyard, 42-38. The stats of the night: Munising freshman Addie Bowerman, her first game on the varsity. And overall, 35 points. Bailey Corcoran chipped in with 20. Munising over Brimley, 74-54. The Sioux, 9 better than Alpena, 55-46. And Mackinac Island gets past Mackinac City, 48-36. Boys' turn. Back to Negaunee, where Marquette and Negaunee were battling for the Victor's Cup. And we will pick up the action late in the first quarter. Jacob McPhee, Michael Couture over to Ford Richardson. Thought about a 3, drives for the 2 and the foul. Sentinels lead 19-11 after 1 quarter. Student section happy. To the second, Kyler Sager to the hoop. Not quite. Senior Henry Wood is there to finish the play for the red and white. Next, Sager will have a skip pass to Jackson Jermu. He will drive for the hoop and the foul, 26-11. Sentinels in command. Negaunee gets on the board. Baron Heslip looked to be in trouble. Jordan Gannett, nice bounce pass to Ethan Gauthier for the layup. Now from the other side of the court, Easton Gannett lobs to Gauthier, and he puts that one in as well. But on the other end, Jacob McPhee buries a triple. Marquette led by 22 and went on to win this one easily, 71-28, so they take charge of the Victor's Cup. Again, back to the numbers. Vic Giuliani, 24, Kevin Giuliani, 23, Forest Park Downs, Uintah Creek, 76-41. Braden Larson had 27 for Chassell, but Daniel Connor and Nolan Hendrickson combined for 39 as Baraga trimmed the other Panthers, 62-47. Iron Mountain easily over Gladstone, 75-30. Same pretty much for Bark River Harris over Rapid River, 73-36. It was Pickford over Brimley, 76-50. North Dickinson, 30 better than Mid-Peninsula, 72-42. Mackinac City sails past Mackinac Island, 61-19. And Cedarville Detour over Newberry, 71-54. 2 high school hockey games tonight. Hancock over Marquette, big time, 6-1. And Manistee blanks Sheboygan, 6-0. Let's go to the all-state football teams that we have been put together by Michigan sports writers, and we will start with the 8-player football. On the first team, Tommy Story of Pickford is the quarterback, one of the quarterbacks. Also on first team, Lane Gorzinski of North Central, Owen Bai of Norway, Kevin Giuliani of Forest Park, and Hayden Rader, 2 of the offensive linemen from Pickford. Also on defense, defensive lineman Matthew Showers of the Trojans, Eli MacDonald of Pickford. Athlete is Matt Rahley of Newberry. Your kicker is Dietrich Reisner of Forest Park. Second team, Cole Bai of Norway at quarterback. Also wide receiver Caden Benson of Ontonagon. Wes Bennett of Cedarville Detour. Offensive lineman Spencer Willa of North Central. Linebacker Carter Dietzman of Munising, and defensive back Aiden Burton of North Central. Coach Brian Fabry of your state champion Forest Park Trojans named second team. Division 7 and 8, first team for offensive lineman Lucas Tuna Menominee, defensive lineman Alec Heffercorn of Iron Mountain, running back Alex Jane on the second team for Iron Mountain, and honorable mention for Oscar Kangas, and second team for defensive lineman Talon Smith of Marquette. And yes, we're out of here. We'll be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
We are here, around the clock, in all weather. This isn't a job, it's a symphony. Mending hope, stocking the shelf, and being distant when we need to be. Understanding feelings. We don't have all the answers, but we're always present. You're home away from home in medical crisis. And your support brings warmth and comfort to families in need. Please donate today and help us make it home.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show. Y'all look like y'all came to celebrate. Smokey Robinson and Halle Bates share their Motown Christmas special. Plus, Pass the Loop brings spirit to the season.
I saw the man on Instagram. Is that your husband?
And a gift you're gonna want.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Light snow developing late tonight here in the Marquette area, and it will continue forward tomorrow. Steady snow at times. While it only has an inch here by the end of the day on the models here, I think we're going to be closer here in Marquette to what Lance is expected to get. Could get up to 2 to 4 inches in Marquette for tomorrow with some blowing snow, a little drifting as well. Watch for those slick roads, and storm totals could hit a foot for some of you in the typical lake effect bands. And even Marquette, I think, will get more than this 2.3, probably closer to 5 inches at least for storm total for downtown Marquette. And then bitter cold comes in Thursday into Friday. Lower teens, upper teens on Friday. But look at that turnaround with the mixed bag Saturday and Sunday. It starts to melt, it's slushy, and we will stay in the mid-30s at least into the beginning of next week. Kevin, back to you.
Tom, thank you very much. And Mike, I know you have a couple more things you wanted to get
Son
to.
of a gun if we didn't find a couple more things to mention. First one is rather sad, though. Baseball player Rocky Colavito played for 6 teams during his career, including the Cleveland Indians and Detroit Tigers. He died at the age of 91. He had 9 All-Star selections, led the American League in home runs in 1959, ended up with a career total of 374 home runs and 1,159 RBI. In the terms of basketball NBA, Milwaukee defeated Orlando 114-109 and just finished in the Jimmy V Classic in college. It was Arkansas over Michigan by the count of 89-87. Wolverines just could not tie it at the end.
I know, I almost feel bad for him, Mike.
I know you do.
All right, everyone, that's all the time we have for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow at 6/5 Central.
Watson, my pipe.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is all new.
Well, it worked in rehearsal.
CBS tonight.
Hey everyone, Emeril Lagasse here, and I'm so excited to tell you about my French door